Section 5.8, Variation and Applications. Equations of direct variation. Y varies directly as x means that there is a constant k, and it can't be 0, such that y equals kx. What direct variation means is it means if one number goes up, the other goes up. It may not go up by the same amount, but it will go up. If the first number goes down, the second number goes down. They go up together, they go down together. K is the constant of variation. An example is C equals pi d. Do you know what this stands for? C stands for circumference, the distance around the outside of a circle, and D stands for diameter, the distance across the circle through the middle. So find the variation constant and an equation of variation in which y varies directly as x and y equals 48 when x is 4. So y varies directly as x, and we just found out that that means that there's an equation describing their relationship, and this is it. And now it tells us y is 48 when x is 4. Let's put 48 in for y, and x is 4. What is k? We don't know. But since we know that y is 48 when x is 4, can we find k? Divide both sides by k, and what do you get? 12. So, we're supposed to find the variation constant. We did that. 12 equals k, and an equation for variation. So now we need to rewrite that equation for variation. It was y equals k times x. Now it will be y equals 12 times x. So we found our constant of variation, and then we put it into our equation so that we have the equation also. The number of pounds of muscle in a human body varies directly as its body weight. A person who weighs 175 pounds has a muscle weight of 70 pounds. How much muscle weight does a person weighing 192 pounds have? We have direct variation here. The number of pounds of muscle in varies directly as the body weight. Furthermore, we're told that a person who weighs 175 has 70 pounds of muscle. Can you tell me what K is? Five will go evenly into 70 and 175, so that gives us 14 in the numerator. How about the denominator? 35 in the denominator. Both of those are evenly divisible by 7. So let's divide by 7 and we get 2/5. That's our K value. We always need to know what our K value is. What is 192 pounds? So our equation is our muscle now is 2/5 of the body weight. So somebody weighs 192 pounds. We need to take 2/5 of that, and we can calculate their muscle weight. What is 2/5 times 192? 76.8 pounds. So a 192-pound person will have 76.8 pounds of muscle. So there are other kinds of variation. We can have y varying inversely as x. It means that there's a constant k, can't be 0, such that y equals k over x. Inverse variation is when y goes up, x goes down. X goes up, y goes down. So they go in different directions. An example of this might be that you spend more time watching television, you spend less time studying. So y varies directly as x and z means that there is a constant k, can't be equal to 0, such that y equals kxz. Varies directly with both of them means one goes up, they all go up. One goes down, they all go down. Let's do some example problems. We're supposed to find the variation constant and an equation. So m varies inversely as n. Inversely, m equals k over n. M is 15 when n is 3. 15 over 3. What is k? Multiply both sides by 3. K is 45. So our final equation is m equals 45 over n. That is our equation of variation. A varies jointly as B and C. A varies jointly, that means they're both all going up together, as B and C. And A is 40, when B is 2, and C is 4. So that's 40 equals 8k. Divide both sides by 8. So we isolate our k, and k is 5. So A equals 5 BC. Y varies jointly as k, x, and z, and inversely as the square of w. So y varies jointly as x and z, inversely as the square of w. Let's put our values in. Y is 60. We don't know what k is. X is 8. Z is 10. And w is 2. We want to square w. So that gives us 8 times 10 is 80. 2 squared is 4, so 80 divided by 4. 80 divided by 4 is 20. Divide both sides by 20. K equals 3. So our final equation is 3xz divided by w squared. The time required to drive a fixed distance varies inversely as the speed, r. It takes 5 hours at 60 kilometers per hour to drive a fixed distance. How long would it take to drive that same distance at 40 kilometers per hour? So time required to drive a fixed distance varies inversely as the speed, R. R stands for rate. So it takes 5 hours to travel at 60 kilometers per hour. What is K? Multiply both sides by 60. K is 300. Put that back in our original equation. That gives us our relationship. Then we can answer the question, how long would it take to drive that same distance at 40 kilometers per hour? So we take our 300 and divide by 40. That's 30 divided by 4. So it's 15 divided by 2. 7.5. 7.5 hours. It would take 7.5 hours. And that's all for this section.